got nobody. I got somebody who just got paid. Oh, I wish I had someone to talk to. Woman in an awful way. In an awful way.
Mr. Chan, I'll go on deck.
I've already been most helpful. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute.
Gosh, things are sure popping now. What's our next move?
How are you?
Nancy, what's shaking, baby? Come on in.
Jack, I'm so very worried about my Uncle Tristan Coffin. I was supposed to meet with him last Friday night at General Tso's Cantonese restaurant, and he never showed up.
Maybe the professor was afraid they put moths in her sweet and sour sauce. Come on, sit down. Take it easy.
But Jack, this is no laughing matter. Uncle was on the verge of something big. He was about to publish a book that was going to make him world famous. I know, he told me over the telephone Thursday, but Jack, he's just disappeared. I can't find him at home or at the university or anywhere.
Just take it easy, Nancy. Just doesn't drink much? Does he have a problem with drugs? Does he spend his weekends downtown chasing women?
No, Jack, none of that. He's a regular Puritan.
Does he have any enemies?
None that I know of.
Well, what's the name of the dean of his college?
That would be Noble Bennett.
I'll start my investigation with the noble Dean Bennett and work my way down until I find Coffin. Just business as usual.
Oh, Jack, you're the best.
You know it, baby. So do I. Hello, Dean Bennett. I'm Jack Shatter.
How do you do, Mr. Shatter? Come in, please. Please make yourself comfortable. Would you care for a drink?
Yeah, a little bourbon and brash. I like bourbon and branch.
Oh, yes, branch water.
Thanks.
Here you are. Cheers.
So what do you know about Professor Coffin's disappearance?
Professor Coffin is the head of Cochrane's history department. Of course, he's also rather famous for his writings on occult matters. He was apparently on the verge of publishing a real blockbuster on that subject. Then, last Friday, after his afternoon lecture, he was seen with some men in black suits getting into a black sedan which sped away. No one has seen him since.
And naturally, Cochrane University would like me to scare him up so he can all revel in the glory of his prestigious book.
Precisely. And also because his safety and well-being is of vital concern to all of us.
Okay. Was Coffin working with anyone on this occult whammer-jammer of his?
Yes, he was being assisted in his research by a local stage and film actor named Del Chance.
I'll look up Del Chance with the Actors Union. If you get wind of the air to Professor Coffin, call my office, okay, Dean?
With assurance, Mr. Shatter.
Chance by chance? That's right. You must be Jack Shatter. In person. Let's go where we can talk. Like I told you on the phone, Dean Bennett told me you were helping Professor Coffin with his research in the occult before he disappeared. Just what was it you were working on? You know, Shatter, as the bard says, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your criminology. And look, if you keep up with this investigation, you're going to be like a lobster heading for the cooking pot. Stow the seafood and Shakespeare, Chance. Jack Shatter doesn't fear voodoo. Just answer the question. All right. Last Friday, Coffin was going to deliver a manuscript to his publisher, Rick Talbot. It's a book. It would reveal conclusively that throughout history, one group has been attempting to control mankind. An evil, sinister cabal of men. Yeah? Who's that? Ill. What's making you ill? Ill. What the hell's wrong with you? Forget it, Jack. It's only Chinatown. Rick Talbot?
Yes, and you?
Jack Shatter, private investigator.
Ah, yes, who has been searching for my friend and colleague, Tristram Coffin. Come on in. I'll get us something to drink. What would you want?
Make it bourbon and branch water for me, Talbot.
Okay, well, make yourself at home. I was just trying out some new dance steps for a party I'm throwing next week.
Who for?
For the Illinois chapter of Ghost Hunters Anonymous.
You're really into this occult stuff, aren't you, Talbot?
It's what I've devoted my life to. The occult world is always with us. It exists just within the borders of the material world. Bourbon and branch.
Thanks. Could you tell me something about the book that Professor Coffin was working on at the time of his disappearance?
Well, I never saw a completed manuscript, but he did tell me something about its contents. Oh, what a waste if that's been lost. Why, that book would sell faster than ice cubes in hell.
Why so?
Coffin came to the conclusion that there exists a master conspiracy, whose origins go back through the pages of history to pre-Atlantean times. Like some sinister hand, their machinations have caused all types of wars and calamities, from the deaths of rulers to the collapse of empires.
Yeah. And who exactly are these cave conspirators?
They call themselves the Illuminati. It's an omen!
An omen? Oh, man.
Look, it's Nostradamus, the seer. When Arcturus crosses paths with Altera, why, that's this year, 1983, a descendant of Atlantean sages will arise among the illumined ones, the Illuminati. Their ruler will be slayed by arrow, and he will lead them to rule the world.
Wait a minute. Illuminati. That must have been what Del Chance was trying to spit out when the seizure killed him.
Del Chance? Dead? Why, it must be the curse of the Illuminati, slaying all those who would reveal them.
You think the Illuminati kidnapped Coffin and killed Chance by remote control?
There's no doubt about it. And if you continue your investigations, the hex will be on you next.
The hell with their hex. And Cat I trust. Illuminati pawn cracks under the string.
Many times over.
Elucidate the construction of magical ritual or whatever's necessary. Well, it shouldn't cause too many problems.
The world
play our cards right, because it's supposed to be tarot cards. But no. Hear me, adepts. The goals that our magical society has striven for these past 3,000 years are now drawing near. We now have agents at the highest levels of organized crime, the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, Interpol, and OPEC. Next week, we will successfully gain control of the World Bank. Our most immediate threat has been Jack Shatter. Now I say has been, because we now have him trapped in a web of false clues that will ensure his destruction. Shatter has been searching for the whereabouts of the elusive Professor Coffin. But what he will find will be just punishment for the murder of my half-brother, Lucius P. McComb, 2 years ago. whatever. I've been waiting for 2 years for this.
Drug production.
This painful enough. Shatter can't fool around with
Knives, perhaps, by going for it.
Now down to business. Coffin, you were a good writer and researcher.
Thank you, Master.
I want you to handle propaganda and press releases for the World Bank. You will begin on Monday. Bennett, I want you to be in charge of World Bank covert operations.
A job I shall perform with relish.
Alabaster, I want you to dispose of Treasurer Hames and other unwanted personnel.
Yes, Supreme One.
And Rondo, you are to carry out your impersonation of Treasurer Hames and to manage Third World investments.
I should get an Oscar for this patrol.
Nothing can stop us now. By 1989, we will control the military and economic affairs of all the world's countries. Our moon base will be operational within 2 years. Our archaeological task force has succeeded in raising portions of Atlantis. And our metaphysics SWAT team is, even as we speak, psychically assaulting the minds of school teachers and college professors and turning their long-cherished belief systems into topsy-turvy nonsense. But soft. The time has come to invoke the Prince of Darkness. Bennett, begin the invocation.
The wolf heart is pierced at last by the silver bullet of the prince's eyes. I am the beast, the golden rose, the rosy crest, the eternal embrace.
To space, from the dark planets, from the stars that gleam with evil. Curse of the eyeless eaters, the cursed valley of Panath, he who shall not be named.
To the altar of the black goat of the woods.
The altar of the 70,000 steps leading down.
To the bowels of the earth and the abomination of abominations. Dare to struggle, dare to win,
Dare to guzzle Gordon's chin.
I adore the MOA. I adore the IAO.
There is no peace, there is no guilt. This is the law. Who art thou?
Melodramatic even. But your scheme for world conquest won't work. I've got the goods on you now. Pretty soon you'll be counting the cockroaches in Leavenworth. Professor Coppin, I found you at last. And I'm a real can of worms. It's plain your involvement was more than scarlet. Drop that blade, Talbot, or put a hole in your face the size of Toledo.
You think you're so tough, don't you, Shatter? Strutting in here with your dime novel talk and your chrome-plated Viper 38 to back you up. But you're nothing.
I may be nothing, but this cat says I'm something.
Well done, Karis. Come on, adepts. Let's take him into the sauna room. Then the heat will be off of us and on Jack Shatter. Hot enough for you, Jack? Sickness Emperor Ignoramus. Listen to me, adepts. Nothing can stop our plan for world domination now. But first, I must dispel one hoax. A hoax that was perpetrated to throw suspicion away from us. The supreme leader who was to come in 1983. Well, there is no such person. Those who believe in the new regimes of the Illuminati have been duped. I will lead the Illuminati. I will lead them as I have for the past 20 years.
Wait a minute, don't listen to him. He's a maniac. He's planning a coup. He plans to dupe you all and replace you with his own stooges.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar.
The turkey's crazed with power. He's duping all of you.
How do you know that, Shatter?
I ripped off his secret journal while he was mixing drinks. How do you like that, Talbot? I know the names of Chorus and all your zombified followers. There's a full report on everything in my safe deposit box. I'll return safely to my office in 2 hours. Nancy Kaufman's going to turn the whole thing over to the FBI, the CIA, the UN, and my Frico.
Pack of lies. He's just trying to save his own yellow hide.
What's it going to be, Talbot? Torn to pieces by your former pals? Or lie rotting in prison the rest of your life?
I'll kill him the quick way! Release me, you traitorous dog! You're the traitorous dog, Talbot!
If we kill Jack Shatter, we cover him throats! Chorus!
Shoot all you want, Shatter. Nostradamus has decreed that I can only be killed by an arrow, shot by a descendant of Atlantean sages, not by some cheap gumshoes bullets.
Try this, Shatter.
Here's the rest of my mouth.
I'm glad Talbert's dead. He was a threat to the organization.
He ran afoul of his own trap.
Our new leader has proven himself to be the most skillful magus since Aleister Crowley. Hear, hear.
The target date for world domination has even been moved forward 3 years.
Longer am I afraid of the unknown. He has truly brought illumination with him.
True initiation never ends. To continue in the great work, you must be aware of the invisible truth behind the visible paraphernalia of all religious and political creeds. When the phantom climbs, the ghost of a ladder pursues him.